My beloved child, I want you to realize the power that hope has to transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Hope is a living force, and when it is rooted in me, it can break through even the hardest circumstances, illuminating even the darkest nights. This is the hope I have given you, the kind of hope that transcends human understanding and endures through all things. Hope is the essence of perseverance. When you feel weary and when the road ahead seems endless, hope whispers to your heart, keep going. It is hope that gives you the strength to rise again after each fall, the courage to continue when all seems lost, and the endurance to press on even when you cannot yet see the fruits of your labor. Hope is the reminder that I am with you, that I have not abandoned you, and that there is a purpose to everything you are going through. There are seasons in life when hope may seem faint, when it feels like you are holding on to a thin thread. But even in those times, hope is still there. It may be quiet, but it is never absent, for I have planted it deeply within you. My child, I want you to know that hope is stronger than you realize. It is resilient, and it can withstand the fiercest storms. It may bend under pressure, but it will never break, because it is anchored in me, the one who never fails. In moments when you feel like giving up, remember that hope is your lifeline. It is what will pull you through the darkest valleys and carry you over the highest mountains. Hope is the thread that connects you to my promises, reminding you that my plans for you are good and that your future is secure in my hands. No matter what you face, hope will always point you back to me, your source of strength and your rock of salvation. One of the greatest gifts of hope is that it opens your heart to possibility. When you hope, you are opening the door for me to work in ways that are beyond what you can imagine. Hope makes room for miracles. It creates space for the supernatural to enter your life. When you live in hope, you are not limited by what is possible in the natural world. You are living in the realm of faith, where all things are possible through me. Hope is the bridge between the seen and the unseen. It is what allows you to believe in the fulfillment of promises that have not yet come to pass. Just as a farmer sows seeds in faith, trusting that they will one day bear fruit, so too must you sow seeds of hope in your heart, believing that I will bring forth a harvest in due time. There will be seasons of waiting, but hope reminds you that waiting is never wasted. Every moment is a step closer to the realization of my promises. Hope also gives you clarity of vision. It allows you to see beyond the immediate, beyond the temporary struggles, and into the greater purpose I have for your life. When you walk in hope, you are not easily swayed by the ups and downs of life, because your focus is fixed on the bigger picture. You understand that everything you are going through is part of a larger plan, and you trust that I am using every circumstance to bring about something good in your life. I want you to know, my child, that hope is a shield. It protects your heart and mind from the arrows of doubt and fear. The enemy will often try to attack your hope because he knows how powerful it is. He will whisper lies, telling you that things will never change, that your prayers are going unanswered, and that your situation is hopeless. But I want you to stand firm in the truth. I am the God of hope, and in me, nothing is impossible. When the enemy tries to steal your hope, come to me. Let me renew your strength and restore your faith. Spend time in my presence, and let my word fill your heart with the truth of my promises. The more you dwell in my word, the more your hope will be fortified, and the less vulnerable you will be to the enemy's lies. Hope is your defense against despair. It is your anchor in the storms of life, keeping you grounded in my love and my promises. You may wonder how to keep hope alive in the midst of challenges that seem overwhelming. The answer, my child, is simple: keep your eyes on me. Do not focus on the waves around you or the winds that howl against you. Focus on me, for I am your peace in the storm. When Peter walked on water, it was only when he took his eyes off of me and looked at the storm that he began to sink. But as long as his focus was on me, he was able to do the impossible. The same is true for you. When your eyes are fixed on me, hope will remain strong, and you will be able to walk through the storms of life with confidence. I know that life can sometimes feel uncertain, and that the future can seem unclear. But this is where hope truly shines. Hope is not about knowing exactly what the future holds, it is about trusting the one who holds the future. You do not need to have all the answers. You do not need to know every detail of how things will unfold. All you need to know is that I am with you, and I am for you. And that, my child, is more than enough. Let your hope rest in the certainty of my love. My love for you is unshakable. It does not change with the seasons, and it is not dependent on your circumstances. My love is the foundation of your hope. Because I love you, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Because I love you, I will always work for your good. Because I love you, I have prepared a future for you that is full of hope. Do not let the difficulties of life dim the light of hope within you. Instead, let hope be the flame that burns brightly, even in the darkest of times. For hope is not something you have to generate on your own, it is a gift I have given you. And as you draw closer to me, that hope will grow stronger and more radiant. My child, you are a beacon of hope to the world. As you walk in hope, others will be drawn to the light that shines from you. They will see that your hope is not based on the things of this world, but on something much greater, on me. And through your hope, they will come to know me as the God of hope, the one who brings beauty out of ashes, the one who turns mourning into joy, and the one who makes all things new. So, my beloved, let hope rise within you. Let it be the song that fills your heart, the light that guides your path, and the strength that carries you through every season of life. I am with you always, and I have great plans for your future. You can trust me, for I am faithful, and I will never fail you. My beloved child, as you journey further with me, let your heart be filled with the truth that hope is not only a promise for your future, but also a gift for your present. It is not just something to cling to when times are hard, but something that infuses every moment of your life with meaning and purpose. Hope is a reflection of your trust in me, and it is a powerful force that shapes the way you live, think, and act each day. Hope transforms the way you see the world. When you have hope in me, you see beyond what is happening in the natural, beyond the circumstances that may seem overwhelming, and into the deeper reality of my kingdom. You begin to see with spiritual eyes, recognizing that there is more happening than what you can see or understand. Hope gives you the perspective to know that, no matter what comes your way, I am in control, and I am working all things for good. This shift in perspective is important, my child, because the world around you is often filled with voices that seek to drown out hope. You will hear messages of despair, fear, and uncertainty. The world will tell you that the future is bleak, that there is no way forward, and that things will never change. But these messages are not from me. I am the God of hope, and I am calling you to rise above the noise and to anchor yourself in the truth of my word. When you live in hope, you become a countercultural presence in the world. While others may be consumed by fear and doubt, you are called to stand firm in the confidence that I am your hope and your salvation. This is not always easy, especially when the challenges of life are real and pressing. But it is precisely in those moments that hope becomes most powerful. For when you choose to hope in me, even in the face of adversity, you are declaring that my promises are greater than your circumstances. I know that there will be times when your hope is tested, when the weight of life feels heavy, and when it seems as though the answers you are waiting for are delayed. In those moments, I want you to remember that hope is not passive. It is active and alive. It requires faith, perseverance, and trust in me. Hope is not about sitting idly by and waiting for things to change. It is about trusting me with every step, even when the path ahead is unclear. Think of the story of Joseph, my child. He was given a great promise, a dream that one day he would be in a position of leadership and influence. But before that dream came to pass, Joseph faced betrayal, slavery, false accusations, and imprisonment. There were many moments when it must have seemed to him that the promise was far from being fulfilled. Yet, through it all, Joseph held on to hope. He trusted that I was with him, even in the darkest of circumstances, and that my plans for him had not changed. Joseph's hope was not based on his circumstances, it was based on my faithfulness. And in the end, my promise to him was fulfilled. What others intended for harm, I turned into something good. Joseph's hope sustained him through the trials, and his faith in me brought him to a place of blessing and purpose. This is what hope does, my child. It carries you through the valleys, strengthens you in the wilderness, and leads you to the fulfillment of my promises. I want you to understand that hope is not just for the future, it is for the here and now. When you live with hope, you are able to experience joy, even in the midst of difficulty. You are able to find peace, even when the world around you is in turmoil. This is because your hope is not rooted in the things of this world, which are temporary and ever-changing. Your hope is rooted in me, the one who is eternal and unchanging. When you place your hope in me, you are standing on a firm foundation. I am the rock on which you can build your life. The winds may blow, and the storms may come, but your hope in me will keep you secure. You will not be easily shaken, because your trust is in the one who holds all things in his hands. Hope also shapes the way you interact with others. When you live in hope, you become a source of encouragement and strength to those around you. Your hope is contagious. It has the power to lift others up, to inspire them to trust in me, and to remind them that they, too, have a future and a hope. You become a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope that points others to me. This is part of your calling, my child. I have called you to be a vessel of hope in a world that is often filled with despair. You carry my light within you, and that light shines brightest when you live with hope. The hope I have given you is not just for your own benefit, it is a gift that you are meant to share with others. There are many people around you who are struggling to find hope, who feel lost and alone. I am asking you to be my hands and feet, to reach out to them with the hope that I have placed in your heart. As you share hope with others, you will find that your own hope is strengthened. For hope is not something that diminishes when it is given away, it multiplies. The more you pour out hope, the more I will pour into you. This is one of the mysteries of my kingdom. When you give, you receive. And as you give hope, you will find that your own heart is filled with an even greater sense of hope and joy. I want you to remember that hope is not based on what you can see or understand. It is based on faith in me and in my promises. There will be times when the way forward is unclear, when you do not have all the answers, and when the future seems uncertain. But even in those times, you can have hope, because you know that I am with you, and I am working all things for your good. Hope is a choice, my child. It is a choice to trust me, to believe in my goodness, and to hold on to my promises, even when everything around you suggests otherwise. It is a choice to look beyond the temporary and into the eternal. It is a choice to walk by faith and not by sight. And it is a choice that I am calling you to make each day. So, my beloved, continue to walk in hope. Let it be the foundation of your life, the light that guides your path, and the strength that carries you through every season. I am with you always, and I have great plans for your future. You can trust in me, for I am faithful, and I will never fail you. My beloved child, as you walk with hope in your heart, I want you to know that hope is not just an emotion or a fleeting feeling. It is a spiritual force, one that is deeply rooted in who I am. Hope is woven into the fabric of my nature, and when you place your hope in me, you are aligning yourself with my unchanging character. My child, hope is more than wishful thinking. It is a confident expectation, a trust in my goodness and my promises that will never fade. Hope is one of the most powerful forces in your spiritual life because it aligns you with my will and my purpose. When you hope in me, you are acknowledging that I am sovereign over all things, that nothing is outside of my control, and that I am always working for your good. This hope is not based on what you can see or understand in the moment, but on the eternal truth that I am faithful to fulfill all that I have promised. Hope gives you the strength to persevere. In this world, you will face trials, setbacks, and challenges. There will be moments when you are tempted to lose heart, to give in to fear or discouragement. But hope keeps you anchored. It reminds you that no matter what happens, I am with you, and I will never leave you or forsake you. It is hope that enables you to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead seems difficult and uncertain. Do you remember the story of Abraham, my child? I made a promise to him that he would become the father of many nations, even though he and his wife Sarah were old and had no children. From a human perspective, it seemed impossible. But Abraham hoped against hope. He trusted me, even when there was no natural reason to believe that my promise would come to pass. And because of his hope and faith, I fulfilled my promise to him. Abraham's story is a powerful reminder that hope is not dependent on your circumstances. It is not about what you can see with your natural eyes. It is about trusting in me and in my power to bring about the impossible. When you place your hope in me, you are not limited by what the world says is possible. You are stepping into the realm of the miraculous, where I am able to do far more than you could ever ask or imagine. My child, I know there are times when the waiting feels long, when the fulfillment of my promises seems distant, and when you begin to wonder if anything will ever change. But I want you to know that I am not slow in keeping my promises. I am always at work, even when you cannot see it. Sometimes, the waiting is part of the process. It is in the waiting that your faith is strengthened, your character is refined, and your trust in me grows deeper. Hope is what sustains you in the waiting. It is what gives you the patience and endurance to keep believing, even when the fulfillment of my promises is delayed. Hope reminds you that my timing is perfect, that I see the end from the beginning, and that I am orchestrating every detail of your life according to my divine plan. You may not understand why certain things take longer than you expect, but you can trust that I am always working for your good. As you wait with hope, I am asking you to stay close to me. Let my presence be your comfort and your refuge. Spend time in my word, for it is through my word that your hope is renewed. My promises are sure, and as you meditate on them, your hope will grow stronger. The more you fill your heart and mind with my truth, the less room there will be for doubt, fear, or discouragement. I want you to know, my child, that hope is a source of great joy. Even in the midst of trials, you can experience joy because you know that I am with you, that I am for you, and that I am working all things together for your good. This joy is not dependent on your circumstances. It is rooted in the knowledge that I am faithful and that my love for you is unchanging. Do not allow the enemy to steal your hope. He will try to plant seeds of doubt, fear, and discouragement in your heart. He will try to convince you that your situation is hopeless, that things will never change, and that I have forgotten you. But these are lies, my child. I want you to stand firm in the truth. I have not forgotten you. I see you. I know every detail of your life, and I am working on your behalf, even now. The enemy knows how powerful hope is, which is why he will do everything he can to attack it. But you have a weapon that is stronger than anything the enemy can throw at you, my word. My word is a sword, and it cuts through the lies of the enemy. When you feel your hope wavering, turn to my word. Speak my promises over your life. Declare my truth over your circumstances. As you do, you will find that hope rises within you once again. Hope also strengthens your faith. The two are deeply connected. When you have hope, your faith is activated. Hope gives you the confidence to believe in my promises, to trust in my faithfulness, and to step out in faith, even when you cannot see the full picture. Hope fuels your faith, and faith fuels your hope. Together, they empower you to live a life of victory and purpose. I want you to live with an expectant heart, my child. Expect to see my goodness in your life. Expect to see my promises fulfilled. Expect to see miracles, breakthroughs, and answered prayers. This is what it means to live in hope, to expect the best, to believe in the impossible, and to trust that I am always working for your good. As you live in hope, you will find that your perspective shifts. No longer will you be focused on what is lacking or what is wrong. Instead, you will begin to see my hand at work in every area of your life. You will recognize my provision, my protection, and my guidance in ways that you may have overlooked before. Hope opens your eyes to see my faithfulness in even the smallest details of your life. My child, I am calling you to be a person of hope. The world around you is often filled with negativity, fear, and despair. But you are called to be different. You are called to shine my light, to be a beacon of hope in a world that so desperately needs it. As you live in hope, others will be drawn to the light that shines from you. They will see the peace and joy that come from placing your trust in me, and they will be inspired to seek me for themselves. Hope is contagious, my child. When you live with hope, you spread it to others. Your hope has the power to uplift, encourage, and inspire those around you. As you share your hope with others, you are participating in my work of bringing healing, restoration, and redemption to the world. So, my beloved, let hope fill your heart today. Let it be the anchor of your soul, the light that guides your path, and the strength that carries you through every season. I am with you always, and I have great plans for your future. You can trust in me, for I am faithful, and I will never fail you. My beloved child, as you continue to grow in hope, I want to remind you that hope is not a fragile thing. It is resilient, enduring, and powerful because it is rooted in me. My hope is not dependent on circumstances, on fleeting moments of happiness, or on human strength. It is grounded in my eternal love, my promises, and my faithfulness, which never change. That is why, no matter what comes your way, hope remains steadfast. Hope is the foundation of your confidence in me. When you hope in me, you are declaring that I am trustworthy, that my word is true, and that I will bring about everything I have spoken over your life. This kind of hope is unshakable because it is anchored in who I am. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, and my plans for you are good.